I was on mute. What is up, guys? Welcome. Crypto FUD. Let's jump right into this. What's going on, Jay? Philly's in the house. What is going on, boys and girls? Let's get right into this. So we had a pretty big day today with some big news coming out. We're going to cover it. Guys, bear with me because we're going to fly through this episode tonight. It's going to be quick. It's not going to be too long just because I've been having plans later in the evenings, unfortunately. And I'm going to tell you guys right now, I don't know if you guys can hear in the background, it is freaking going crazy outside as far as raining. So if my power just goes out and I go blank, just know that that's what happened. All right, guys? Still working on getting that generator. And I'm not even playing in Florida. You definitely need a generator with the hurricanes and stuff like that. So might be on the next to-do list there. So Flip's in the house. What's going on? Rodney, JP, what's going on? Cowie's in the house. Let's go, guys. So let's just jump right into this. So if you're living under a rock, maybe you don't know what the hell happened today, but we've been covering it like crazy. Obviously, Ethereum ETFs have gone live today, right? They have gone live today. Let's pull up. We're going to come back to our beloved Solana, but let's pull up Ethereum and see what's going on. So I saw a lot of people talking about it in the Discord. They were like, why Ethereum's ETFs came out, but like, what's going on? Like, when are we going to see a big move? And I pre-warned you guys. Remember when the Bitcoin ETFs dropped? It really wasn't. We saw some good inflows, but we also saw a lot of outflows coming in, and it was just a turbulent time, until it kind of levels out, right? And I think that's what we're going to basically see. I don't think we're going to see it in such a big scale for Bitcoin, but like I said, in the long term, this is a good thing for the market, right? I think short term, a lot of people or not a lot, but a lot more people than less were expecting some kind of an enormous move today, and I don't think that that's going to happen necessarily. Obviously, the markets are already closed for the ETF and stocks. So, but we're going to cover what the inflows look like for today. And honestly, the ETFs had a good debut today. So we'll cover that. Troy jumped in. Gina, Jasmy, what's going on? Troy said to the moon for NFK. Let's send it there, buddy. Let's send it there. So Ethereum right now is sitting at around right under that $3,500 mark, $34.77. Can y'all hear the thunder outside? Can y'all hear it? Or I don't know if my microphone is probably good at just picking up the sound right in front of it. Bro, it is absolutely ripping out there. Insane. I'm expecting the power to just shut off at any second here. So, no, y'all can't hear it. Okay, well, then got a good microphone here. All right. So, like I said, Ethereum right under that 3,500 mark. I'm not going to be getting all bullish on Ethereum until we honestly break these levels that we've been talking about for a while, right? That 4,000, 4,100. That's going to be the level that we've been kind of waiting for. We know it's going to eventually get there. When we do hit that 4,000, that 41, and not just hit it, but find that support, that's when we're going to start seeing, I think, Bitcoin dominance start to drop and altcoin season really take into effect. So this is a good thing that we saw today as far as the Ethereum ETFs, going live. So hopefully that'll bring us closer to those numbers that we're looking for Ethereum, right? Because Ethereum, at the end of the day, whether you're trading Ethereum, whether you like it, you don't, gas fees, who cares? Ethereum is the cream of the crop for altcoins. It's the king of altcoins. If Ethereum succeeds, it's going to bring altcoins with it for the most part, right? And especially projects that are on the Ethereum network. So with that being said, today, Bitcoin sitting at around 66,000, and I did post in the Discord. It was Bitcoin on a roller coaster today, and if you guys remember, we covered this article about them predicting that there's going to be turbulence for this week, right? We have obviously the ETFs coming in today, and then we have on Thursday the Bitcoin conference, right? And, they're just basically, and same with me, I was like, we're going to be seeing ups and downs. It's going to look like the market's going crazy, and then it's going to look like the market's dipping to hell, and then back, you're going to not look at the charts for freaking 5 minutes. It's going to be just a crazy week, I think, honestly, and that's what we've seen for today. We have seen today all over the place where I'm like, damn, Bitcoin's rallying, and then I look back, I'm like, damn, Bitcoin's crashing, and then I look back again, I'm like, wait, we're right back up. It's just back and forth. So right now you can see, like I said, we're back below 66. We're at 65.9. The lowest that we've seen today is around 65,500. Looks like it's been a spot for some support. If you can see on the 1 hour, looking at the SMA smooth simple moving averages, you can see the 200-day simple moving average right here. It looks like we're trying to find that support. We did break a little bit below, but it looks like we're hovering around that area for right now, finding that support. We did break below this pivotal 66.4 area, so I am anticipating, unless the markets just start rallying, right, like going crazy, when we approach this 66.4, it's most likely going to be some resistance for right now. So we'll see how it plays out, guys. Honestly, we're good to go. If we do see a little bit more turbulence, if we see a little bit more of the dips for this week, take advantage of it, right? Take advantage of it. We know what we have. We know what's going on for this week. I already pre-warned you guys. Every year, I don't know why, but the Bitcoin conference, there's always usually a red day, or red days in between or around the Bitcoin conference. I said the only reason why this week or this year might be a little different is because we have a possible president that's going to be there. I mean, he was a previous president, but now, a possible president, a candidate to be running for president, and then possible Elon Musk showing up there, right? And I'm sure there's a whole other list of some real prominent crypto people, but I'm, as far as influential, thinking Trump and Elon are probably going to take the cake for that one. So we'll see how it goes. They come out, especially Trump, if he comes out and he's just mentions having the Bitcoin as some kind of a small, as far as a small backing for the dollar. Like I said, 5-10%, even if it's freaking 1%, Bitcoin is going to go absolutely crazy. So hope you guys have your seatbelts on, because this ride is not over with for this week, in my opinion. So let's see here. Owen's in the house. JP said it's 97 in Cali. It's been 90 freaking 5 all day today. It's pouring ass rain outside right now, and it's still 90 degrees, bro. Let's see here. Gina said it took a couple days for Bitcoin to reflect the price. And Troy said big NFK sale. You get some on sale. All right. And then Manny said, what's going on, everybody? So what is going on, Manny? So checking out the crypto bubbles for today, really looking, and it looks, to be expected. You have majority of the markets pretty much in the red, but we do have some projects like Ethereum Classic that's up 2%. We have Ethereum Name Service is up. Maker, a lot of these projects, Arbitrum, layer 2 on Ethereum. Right, guys? So there's a reason why Ethereum's up, not even that much, but it's up in the green. We have Athena up, so you can see majority of the greens, the very little bit of greens that we do have are all particularly have something to do with Ethereum, right? But the rest of the market is in the red. Nothing too crazy, right? It looks like it's a mix of about, 5 to 10%. Where's Art at? Ordinals is down 8%, buddy. I'm watching the hell out of Ordinals, dude. It's my time. I'm going to get some, buddy. But yeah, for the most part, like I said, nothing too crazy today. We are seeing a red day, but it is what it is. So let's look at some news for the Ethereum ETFs. So spot Ether ETFs see 600 million in volume in the first half day of trading. So within the first half day of trading, they already saw $600 million of volume coming in. That doesn't mean in. That means in and out, right? I'm guessing majority would be in, right? I don't know who anybody that bought in and then sold the hell out. They would have made nothing, right? But you can see 600 million in volume for the first half of the day. So funds from Grayscale, BlackRock, and Fidelity have seen the most volume, though analysts believe that Grayscale's high amount comes from heavy outflows. Oh, okay. And I told you guys this. Grayscale is going to be doing the same crap that they did with Bitcoin, right? They had to generate liquidity for their ETFs for Bitcoin. In order for them to do that, they were actually selling actual Bitcoin on the back end to fund their ETFs for Bitcoin, right? So it was a brief time, but for the first 3 or 4 weeks, we saw a lot of outflows that really shocked a lot of people, and we saw a lot of sell pressure coming from Bitcoin in the market, and it was particularly from Grayscale to name, so, and it looks like they're pretty much doing the same thing, and I called this a few weeks ago when we knew that this was going to be going live. So the eight recently launched spot Ethereum ETFs, exchange traded funds, posted nearly 600 million worth of volume in the first half of their first day of availability, according to the data from Bloomberg. The race is led by Grayscale's Ethereum Trust, which had seen 250 million in its shares traded by 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. BlackRock's iShare Ethereum Trusted ETHA, that's what they call their ETF. Let's see here, is the second place with roughly $130 million. Fidelity Advantage Ether ETF had 77 million in volume, while Bitwise Ethereum ETF had seen 66 million. We assume that ETHE volume is mostly outflows. Bloomberg Intelligence Senior's ETF analyst Eric, whatever his last name says. Grayscale's ETF, in similar fashion to its Bitcoin trusts, entered the race with over $9 billion in assets, thus giving rise to the idea that much of its volume is due to outflows. Called this. On the lower end, the volume spectrum, where Invesco and 21 shares whose Ether's ETFs after 4 hours of trading had not yet hit $10 million mark. If volume continues at this pace, the newly launched ETFs are on track to reach roughly 940 million on the first day of trading, according to Bloomberg's Intelligence ETF analysts. So, really, we're like Gina said, like a lot of us are already speculating, this is going to be a long-term thing, right? If you were expecting the markets to absolutely go crazy, and I know I did mention yesterday, I said if and when the Ethereum ETFs go live tomorrow, we'll most likely see the markets reacting positively. And I technically was not wrong, because we also covered that we're going to see a lot of up and down turbulence. And that's exactly what we've seen, right? We've seen the markets, look like they want to rally. And then we've seen a lot of these, the markets coming back down within 30 minutes, an hour. And that's what it's been all day today, right? So my biggest thing, and that just to let you guys know, is really let the markets smooth themselves out, right? With this whole ETF. We have the conference, like I said, this week on Thursday. Next week, we have the FOMC meeting, which we know there's going to be a pause, right? So, these are the few things that we do have in front of us that could cause some volatility, right? We could see some ups, we could see some lows. If we do see the lows, take advantage of it. If for whatever reason we go crazy and we start rallying, take advantage of it, because I'm not saying it's short-lived, but you guys know how it's been recently, where we do get on these nice little rallies and then we'll come back down, and bounce at some of these levels. Me personally, that's what I've been doing for a lot of my plays, is I've been really, grabbing the dips. And then, like I said, with what I did with ICP recently in the last week, I sold off almost towards the high. And now I'm kind of waiting to reposition myself, waiting to see if we're going to see any kind of downward moves, which I'm sitting here with open arms, right? Because if we do see a downward move, I'm going to be taking advantage of it for sure. And not just ICP, but for a lot of other projects. So Gina said, because of Trump speaking at the conference, are you saying that's what we're going to see, ups or downs? Not necessarily, possibly, like I said, with his wordage, he could say a few things and the markets could absolutely rip. I don't think he's definitely not going to go into the conference bearish, so I don't think that anything he says is going to be negative towards Bitcoin whatsoever, so if anything during the conference, we could see, like we normally see every year, somewhat of a sell-off pre-conference, and then maybe during the conference, we see Trump, maybe saying a couple key things that a lot of investors are looking for that could pump the markets. Now, remember, we're not political, but unfortunately, with the Democrats, they have, Biden dropped out, right? And now we have somebody else that's going to be taking his place as far as running for the next election. Even though I think a lot of people aren't really too worried about who's running, it still throws in, like I said yesterday, a monkey wrench on just a lot of uncertainty, right? Because now with Biden, when he was in office, the way that, the debate went, a lot of people, remember, I'm not getting political, but a lot of people were speculating that, that Trump had it in the bag. Now that you throw in somebody else, whether you like her or you don't, whatever the case is, it's someone new. It just causes uncertainty, right? What is the one thing that the markets hate? Uncertainty. So That's why you saw the markets kind of going crazy when Biden announced that he was going to be dropping out of the race. And what I'm getting to is that maybe why, or that might lead to what I'm saying when we get into the conference. If Trump is talking real pro crypto, it might not move the markets much, because now a lot of investors are like, that's great that Trump's saying this, but what if he doesn't win? What if, this other person, because if you get on, and remember, I'm not trying not to get political or biased, but if you look at the news right now, they're pumping the girl up, the lady. I don't even know how to pronounce her name properly. Is it Kamala? They're pumping her like crazy. Like now they went from not talking about her at all, and then Biden dropping out. Now she's the holy grail. So when you have all that influence out there, it can move votes, right? So a lot of people were, a lot of investors are kind of just like now like, all right, what's going on here? Like now we have to be very cautious. A lot of people, I think, were wanting to go all in. If with Trump having, it basically Trump with the win. But now that we can see that something could possibly happen on the other side as well, I think it kind of like levels the playing field a little bit. And now you have people kind of like, holy crap, so, and, I like I said, try not to be biased or anything like that. With Kamala, she's the vice president right now. We've seen what this administration does to crypto, what they try to do to crypto, and what their plan is with crypto. They're against it 100%, right? They have come after it. They've let their dogs out as far as Gary Gensler, Elizabeth Warren. A lot of these left Democrats, they absolutely hate crypto. And if Kamala gets in office, they're going to be right there doing the same stuff, right? Versus if the other person gets in, I'm sure he's going to clean the house with all these people. And hopefully he does what he says if he gets in office as far as being pro-crypto. That's all I'm going to say about politics. You guys know I respect anybody. I don't care who you vote for at the end of the day. I really don't. I respect everybody with their politics. So, breaking news. Troy said that Trump's going to come out and he said that he's going to be buying NFK, guys. So you might go grab that NFK on Solana now before Trump comes out with the hoodie and he's talking about NFK the whole time and we run up to $1 billion market cap. You heard it first. Troy is giving you guys the insight on what's going to happen here, Troy. Thank you so much for that insight, brother. I really do appreciate that. Ricky said, let's rally this bad boy. I'm right there with you, Ricky. Larry said, AFK. What's up with this AFK? Everybody's been saying AFK. What's AFK? They're meaning NFK, no FUD koala. That's what they're meaning. You guys are typing it so fast, you're putting AFK. Unless there's a project that I don't know about of AFK, you guys let me know. Let's see here. More ETF news. We're not even going to really cover this. We already know what we saw as far as for all this. Tomorrow we'll get a better insight on exactly what the numbers were for today for the ETF, and we'll see how it goes out. We'll see how it plays out. But I'm expecting probably, like they said, around $900 million, but this could be inflows and outflows. I think Grayscale is going to continue to cause a little bit of some outflows, a little bit more than inflows for right now, while they try to draw up their liquidity so they can basically keep their ETFs running safely. So looking at our watch list right now, like I said, you have PEPE up about 4%, Arbitrum up. Those are two Ethereum projects right there. Ethereum's up about 1%, but everything else is down. You have, let's see here, you have Myro that's down about 13% today. Kind of keep my eye out on Myro. Myro's down 13%. Look where it bounced beautifully at one of our levels that we've had here for a long time, right there at that 13.1. Beautiful bounce. Couldn't have planned it perfectly right there, right? Beautiful bounce. And we are going to be covering this weekend as far as how to generate these resistance and support levels and fib retracements. We're going to get right back into all that educational stuff on the members only stream. So make sure you guys hit that join. All the members got airdrops this past weekend. We did do airdrops, and anybody that has not hit me up if you are a member. And if you become a member by this weekend, $5 to join, you will be eligible for the airdrop. You just have to hit me up in the Discord with your wallet address, and make sure it's a Solana address. Obviously, we're Solana based over here. Oh, Troy said they're making fun of my phone spelling. Oh, all right. Sorry, I'm just getting it too, Troy. JB said, I don't trust anything these mother effers said. Jay said, Crip, any plans on getting NFK staking or something of the sort in the future? You know, that is something that we can look into. But you guys know, like, for me personally, I always diss those staking platforms, right? I always diss it. So it'd be kind of, it'd be a little bit, hypocritical if I come in and I start talking about, staking on our project. But then yesterday I was bashing, a couple projects that were like, if staking. I'm not real big. If it's a project like Ethereum, ADA, something like that, I say, okay, yeah, stake. But if it's a project that's like DeFi, I don't know. I'm not real big on the whole staking, in my opinion. I really am not. I've always seen they don't end up working out good, So, maybe down the road, if and whenever we get up to like, a massive market cap, like $100+ million, then maybe when we're like real stable as far as price, then we can talk about some kind of a staking or whatever the case is, as far as basically holding NFK and getting back, an APY, if it's in Solana or if it's in NFK. Usually what I've learned is projects that do staking, the ones that survive usually don't get back their native token, right? So like if we did NFK staking, we would give back Solana, right, for you holding NFK, right? Because we're on the Solana network, and the reason is because if, let's say, we all are staking our NFK and you're getting back daily NFK, it actually can generate and cause sell pressure, because then people are like, well, you know what? I'm going to just sell off whatever I'm getting back every day. And if you have everybody doing that, it causes sell pressure on the project, right? So, so a way to eliminate that, I'm like thinking while I'm talking, is what you do is like you provide for the staking an alternative. And what that would be, I think the best source would be Solana, right? Because everybody loves Solana. So you could be staking NFK, getting back Solana if it's weekly, whatever the case is, and then you could either buy more NFK if you wanted, or you could buy other things that are on Solana. So that's what I think would be the best bet if we were to do that. So, but we'll see how that plays out. But other than that, let me check out any other projects. I know you guys are always talking about Billy. I'm gonna before Flip even asked me about Billy. I put up the wrong freaking chart though. There it is. Looks like Billy's still hovering around that 236 level. You see, Flip. Ricky said Solana sounds good. Hell yeah. So you guys can see for Billy, we did drop down almost to that 382. I'm sorry, to that 382, and it looks like we've came up, and we're looking like we're retesting this 236 level right here. So definitely want to see Billy to stay bullish. You're definitely going to want to see Billy break above this 236 level. And it looks like we're forming some kind of a sloppy but surely a trend line right here. So Billy still doesn't look bad at all. Still looking good. Ninja's in the house. What's going on? So call Popcat Mog. Let's pull up Mog. Let's see if Mog is reacting positively. I know it's been on a massive run recently. So not looking bad at all. Not looking bad at all. Still holding that trend. Hovering above the 236. Right below. And it actually, from yesterday, made all-time highs again. Wasn't too high, but it did make all-time highs, so I had to fix that. But you can see from where it's at to the all-time high, it's about 21% away. So Mog's still looking very, very bullish. And I think, as long as these ETFs stay active as far as just relevant Ethereum, I think Mog's going to do really well. Mog came out of nowhere and honestly surprised myself, because we were covering Mog when it dropped. And it was sitting in this channel. I was like, it's another meme coin that dropped. And then Mog just woke up out of nowhere. I mean, the day that we started talking about those freaking ETFs for Ethereum that were possibly getting approved, like a month or two ago, Mog just started running. So looks good. Definitely looks good. Popcat. Let's look up call real quick. I know call hasn't been doing nothing lately, right? Told you guys, call. I'm calling it right now. I'm calling it. Call needs to, I know you guys don't want to hear this, but this thing needs, I'm telling you, it needs to have a dramatic drop. And this thing will, telling you, it'll bring some light back into call. Right now you have this, I mean, look at this. This thing is literally be consolidating and just chopping around. I mean, even if you take out these big swings, call's been sitting around this area for like the last, like what, 2 months, 3 months now? Literally, I mean, obviously it's had little swings here and there, but I mean, now, if you look at it for the last like 2 weeks, maybe not 2 weeks, the last like 10 days, it's been really consolidating at a very tight range. So, you know, I'm not calling for a call to be done with. I'm bullish long term on call. I just think when you see projects like this, if they can just have a dramatic drop, you'll see people flooding into this project, and this thing will probably start ripping right up to its all-time highs, in my opinion. Ricky said soon we will be rewarded for all the pain of waiting and patiently. I agree with that, bro. And I always say, and I know you always agree, patience pays off in crypto. Doesn't matter if we're talking about NFK, we're talking about Bitcoin, whatever the hell, you know, project that you're in, it will pay off if you have patience, right? And you know, it's all about positioning yourself as well. You know, the better the position, obviously, it's going to pay off more. But even if you just buy in randomly and you just hold, it might take a while, but eventually you will be in the green and you'll make some money. So, Jana said, "How many zeros do you think Mog will drop this bull run?" Well, I mean, it's a hard question to answer. How many zeros would Mog drop? I mean, honestly, who knows? Looking at the market cap right now, it is, Gina, this thing's getting close to that Billy. It's getting close to that Billy mark, right? And I mean a billion. So, I mean, how many zeros right now? What do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 zeros right now. I mean, with trying to do math in my head, dropping zeros, let's just say Mall gets to 10 billion. That's a 12x from right now. I think that'll probably only eliminate like 1.5 zeros, if I'm not mistaken. You know, so I think, and 10 billion, I mean, that's a solid meme coin right there. You're talking about in the thick of the bull run. So you could see probably, if that was the case, then you would, I guess 1.5 would still eliminate 2 zeros, right? Something around there would probably be my guesstimation. Somewhere around 2 zeros is what I would think. Somewhere around there. Troy over here. And now he's calling it NFA. Troy, you got to slow down. Slow down, buddy. Take it easy, bud. Well, let's see here, guys. Remember, I promised that I was going to have a quick show today, and I am. Unfortunately, I do have to run, and I don't mean to leave early, guys. Tomorrow we'll have a regular stream. I won't have anything planned. We'll sit up here for 2 hours. I'll make it up to you guys. So, other than that, Jay said Pikamoon thoughts. I'll pull that up real quick, and then I do have to run. What is this now? Pikamoon. Is this on Ethereum? Yeah, okay. I just want to make sure. So market cap a little over 6 million. Liquidity is not too bad. Half of it's locked in. $300,000 liquidity. Not too bad. Numbers check out. It's been out for about 4 months, so I mean, it doesn't look bad at all. Obviously on a nice little. Needed to load up. I was like, it looks like it's on a nice little dip. Holy crap! Hold on here. Let me look at this. Damn, this thing's been slowly bleeding out, bruh. Slowly bleeding out. Look at this. I mean, if you're long term on this project, right? Because I'm like trying to read all this real quickly. If you're long term on the project, you might be in a spot where you can be adding or buying in right now. But I mean, what are the chances of this thing continuing to move down? You know, I'd be careful with this one, bro. The chart just looks like it's just slowly bleeding out. I'd be very cautious with this. I mean, the numbers look legit, stuff like that. But I don't know. Something about this project, I would be very cautious with this one, bro. You have plenty of other options, in my opinion. But if you're pro this project, right now it doesn't look terrible as far as getting in. Looking at holders, let me go back to it. Yeah, 11,000, bro. I mean, it could have. I don't believe this though. Honestly, I really don't. I don't know what it is. I don't believe it necessarily because you can create 100 different wallets, and buy in, So I don't know. I'm kind of a little cautious on that. I saw a project the other day that was on Cronos. It has like a $4,000 liquidity. The market cap's at like $5,000. It said it had 2,000 wallets, 2,000 holders. I'm like, bro, there's no freaking way. There's no way. No freaking way. Listen, guys, I'm so sorry, but I do have to run. I have to go pick up my daughter. So I am so sorry, guys. I hope you guys have a wonderful night. Make sure you guys hit the subscribe. I will be back here tomorrow, and we will be here for a very long and dramatic stream. All right. Now I will look at any and every one of you guys' projects. All right. But other than that, guys, I do thank you so much. Have a great night. Be safe out there. If we do see any more turbulence as far as dips, take advantage of it. All right. I will be back tomorrow. Thank you, guys.